like suction in. When you exhale, you release. It's like a diaphragm up and down. Okay, so the diaphragm when it go up and you go down, you pull the lung up and down. That's how the lung creating a suction, and we can breathe. Okay, and this diaphragm, the big diaphragm, and now in here, abdominal, we have empty space. So we have another diaphragm here activate. Okay, it together with this up and down, and it creating a suction. But in this stage, because tomorrow we work more here. Okay, and in this small state, when you feel the suction and you feel the whole spinal cord starting to get warm, and the whole coccyx activate, and the energy started to move up. So you feel sometimes in the between you don't feel it, but you suddenly feel something up here, and something up here, and you feel one this. But if you, so very important, but you have to focus on this suction. Okay, if you lost this suction, the other suction no, it stops by itself. So this is the major suction. So you holding, inhale, exhale, so the whole key is 95% is here. That's it. Now, so what that means, you only are aware, if you feel something here, you only need 1% or 2 or 3%, that's all. 1 or 2 or 3%. But your major focus is still here. Inhale, exhale, you feel here. And now you don't worry about that. You keep on more have this suction. Now he has started to have a suction. When this suction happens, that means the cranial diaphragm started to activate. Okay? Because when it activates, it's creating a suction. So that's why how the breathing can take place. So this suction happens, and this suction is depending on this suction. So when you're breathing in, you feel like some kind, it's not a big suction, but you feel like inhale, something are pulling in. When you exhale, something are releasing. Inhale, exhale, inhale. If you focus on that 95%, when you feel something, you're just aware of it. You're not, when you focus in here and you forget here, it's gone. So the whole, and you have to start over again. You have to start over again. So you come back again, focus on it. Now that suction, you can feel it started to pull your lumbar. It started to pull your lumbar. Okay. And now, when the suction happened, your tongue started to pull up. Now when it pull up, you feel suction here. And now you feel a line of energy come up from the center of the brain, holding down a line to the tongue. So this line, once it activates, it goes down connecting the functional channel. So we have the throat center here, that it activates. So when the tongue up and the center of the brain have suction, and they activate the thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary, and the pineal gland. There's a major glands are activated. Okay, and when the major gland activate, you feel a lot of saliva come out. Sometimes it's so much you have to swallow it. Okay, you have no way to hold it. Okay, so once you have that activate, the tongue stuck up. Some people feel little, it's okay. Like you get a battery and you taste, your tongue taste on the battery, and you feel a tingling in the tongue. We call the circuit is open. Okay, when the circuit open, you feel coming down. If you're lightly aware of the thyroid, parathyroid, it activates the throat center. Coming down, it activates the thymus. You feel it, it activates it. Because energy go to it, and it come up to the heart center, and that is the heart, activate the heart center, and down to the solar plexus, it activates all the digestion and the absorption. So all the front part activate all the organ, internal organ, we call yin organ. And you come back to the dantian, okay? And when we going down to the perineum, we started to do the contraction, sucking in, very gentle sucking up, and you feel energy go up to the coccyx, and it started over again, a second orbit, okay? So I'm gonna guide you through about 9 orbits, and in the between I'm helping you. You just go on working, I'm helping you, sending energy to your crown, okay? And when the energy go down, you feel more easy to flow down, okay? So the orbit is the major key that we are working on. So we beginning with this small orbit spinning, okay? And when the small orbit are spinning, the whole key is sometimes you put your mind out and do the feeling here, the suction gone, the energy cool down, and the energy to move. Because this is a major center of electricity generator, okay? So the Tao very emphasized in this. As I told you in the beginning of the first day that the Tao talk about this, and now the West prove it. After so many thousand years, the West prove it. This is right, that's all, okay? So I give you all the things, and you can always go, you can go and search for that. This one few thousand years ago. This is the digestion fire and the absorption fire. You take care of that, you're never wrong, okay? If you don't take care of that, the food supply, no food supply, what happens? Gone, okay? Yeah, okay? So the rock. And that, now we're going to spiral. So the 3 spiral. So spiral, 1 circle. Ribcage, 2 circle. The neck, 3 circle. So 1, 2, 3. You call a dragon, the swimming dragons, okay? The swimming dragon. So 1, 2. So 1, you have clockwise, counterclockwise, okay? So we start with 1, that is the lumbar. Start with the ribcage, thoracic. Start with the neck. And you start over again, lumbar, thoracic, the neck. And reverse direction. And right. Rock left and right. Feel nice and warm. And riding on a horse. So all this spinning, when you do to one level, the energy move you. When you're so relaxed, you move energy, and sometimes the energy moving you. Back and forth, left and right, front and back. The energy, if you let the energy move, it started to move you in different positions, okay? So we call the energy of moving the body. When you relax enough, you're moving. And crane neck, the same thing again. physical, but this way. Okay, so and rock your spine and smile. Let's activate the fire. So activate 4 diaphragm. Okay, and when you hold your breath and when you exhale and you suck your stomach in and you hold it, and after that, when the diaphragm wants to move, okay, you push your finger, and you begin a suction. It sucks you in. So you have automatically a suction, and this suction is so affecting this diaphragm. This is the biggest diaphragm we have. Okay, and this diaphragm is determining our life and death. Okay, and people, when they have muscle problem, now they have it. It's just a funny one. All the muscle gone, one by one gone, and finally this one gone. The diaphragm gone, and I cannot breathe. So and I met one, I think 2 of them in Tao Garden. They came in. They had to carry the oxygen breathing all the time. But when you're laying down and we do the qigongpractice, you don't need it. So as long as we do the qigongpractice, you don't need it. Oh, you have one of the best qigongpractice practitioner in the teacher also, right? Yeah, Michael on the back there. Michael, and he's teaching in the Switzerland. Okay, so it's not easy to be a qigongpractice instructor, because you have to work on the organ by organ. Okay, so if you have any problem, he's the best. And when I'm here, I say, okay, give me a massage. I train all the people around the world, so wherever I go, a good one, they come, give me a massage. It's entirely different, very different. Okay, entirely different. Huh? Yeah, because I teach them, you know. And sometimes I give them a hint, you know, it change, the whole thing change. Okay, so that is a very good, we call the organ detox massage. One of the best. Yeah, one of the best. And all the spa in the world now, many spa will adopt that to study. Okay? Okay. Ready? Exhale. Hold your breath. Suck your stomach in. Wait until the suction happens. The suction happens, it's pushing your finger. And after it sucks again. Okay? When you breathe, focus on the fire. Inhale, you feel a suction. Like a suction fan. It's like a suction fan. It's sucking. Let's practice. Okay? We ask questions later on. So inhale, you feel suction. It's not as strong, but you feel that something is pulling you. Exhale, relax. Inhale. When you started the suction, the fire burning. So in olden time, there are 4 suction. 4 suction. This is 1 suction. Okay? Actually 4 diaphragm. Okay. So this is 1 suction. Inhale. You feel it sucking. And you pull toward your spinal cord. Exhale, relax. Inhale, sucking. You feel pull toward your lumbar. You feel the feeling. And exhale. And now the fire burning. And your tongue up. Okay. When you keep on focus on that, just focus on that, breathing. And some of you, your tongue already vibrating because very quick. Boom, the tongue started vibrating. Okay. Okay, let's do the second time. Let's do the second time. Exhale. Push it in. Suck the stomach in. Inhale. Exhale. The suction toward the spine. And the whole spine coccyx activate, warm, energy moving up. But you focus in the dantian, fire and suction. You feel it. If you focus a little bit, you feel, hey, the diaphragm, when you are suction, actually the diaphragm are moving. Very clear. Just the suction alone, it change your breathing. And it change your lung breathing. Okay? We have very bad breathing now because we sit too long and no diaphragm suction happening. Very little. Feel the fire burning. The fire burning. One more time. Exhale. Suck your stomach in and hold it until you push your finger and creating a suction. Now I want you to just focus on the suction. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Smile. Relax and smile. when you build enough suction in your diaphragm, the middle diaphragm, the suction happens. Fire burning. The back lumbar feel warm. And the energy, when enough, it run up to the crown and the mid-eyebrow. You also started to feel in the center of the brain have another suction. And that is the cranial diaphragm activate. The cranial diaphragm activate. You don't have to worry about that. Put all attention in the lower dantian breathing. And the suction happens. Many things happen. When it suction, the tongue pull up, it's connecting to the thalamus and pineal. When the tongue pull up, again, I remind you, 95% in the lower center. I hope I keep on going to remind you maybe 100 times to 1,000 times, and you remember it. I'm happy. %, feel the suction in your tongue now. And your crown, your mid-eyebrow have suction. In the center brain have suction, inhale. A lot of violet light coming. I fill the room with violet light for you. I'm going to send energy to your crown. Just focus on your dantian suction. Let me help you. Feel suction in the center of your brain. Cranial breathing. Crown and mid-eyebrow have suction. Now we're going to focus on the tongue. One hand on the lower center, inhale, suction. Tongue press up to the palate a little bit, pressure. Exhale, relax your tongue, but not lose connection, not lost the connection. Inhale, suction in your lower dantian, tongue press up. Exhale. Do yourself 9 times. And start to feel the connection very clear. The tongue connection very clear. Why the light coming? Mid eyebrow like a mini suction. Inhale. When you suck your dummy have suction. You feel your mid eyebrow have a suction. Why the light coming in? Right into the center of the brain. Roll your eye, look up. Exhale. Inhale, suction in your lower dantian. And smile, relax your mid eyebrow. 1% only. Feel a suction. Light coming in. Exhale. Exhale, expand out to the universe. Inhale, draw in the light coming to your mid eyebrow. Into the center. A suction. Big suction is in the dantian. Exhale. Now, focus in your center. Breathing. Dantian, suction. Center your brain, suction. The light being captured in the crystal room. And turn the crystal room into a prism and a mirror on the back of your head. Light coming in, turn into a rainbow color, reflecting on the mirror. And 45 degrees, it goes right into your organ. See the heart reflecting the red light. Move your hand to the spleen, pancreas, stomach, or small intestine. Small intestine can have a lot of red fire, red color. When you see the small intestine fill up with red color, it improves tremendously in the digestion. Inhale, exhale. Suction in the lower dantian. See the yellow light absorbed by the spleen, pancreas, stomach. Lung and large intestine, absorbing the white light. Kidney, cover the kidney, absorbing the blue light. Every time you breathe away your dantian suction, liver, green light. And smile. Feel your organ grow with light. The glands are grow with light. The glands in the brain are very receptive with the violet light. Now focus in the suction again. Attention in your tongue suction. When you feel the tongue have suction, pull up. It activates all the glands, connecting all the glands inside you, and the saliva started to come out. Tongue up. Energy flow down from the tongue. Lightly touch your throat center, thyroid, parathyroid. Inhale. You're aware the suction. Inhale. And through the throat center have suction. Inhale. Lower dantian suction. Throat center suction. Thyroid, parathyroid activate. More saliva come out. Heart center. Activate the heart center. Now very automatically when you feel the suction in the lower dantian and the heart center has suction, and change to a green fire, charge the heart. Inhale, exhale. Once you feel the suction in the lower dantian, you are aware the heart center, you have a suction in the heart. Green energy activate the heart and spinning, yin-yang tai chi are spinning. Yin-yang tai chi are spinning. Unconditional love, universal love come in and multiply. Violet light come in and multiply. Smile, relax. Smile, relax. Move your hand down to the small intestine. Smile, radiate out love, joy, happiness to your small intestine. Red light. Now, earth creating a fire creating earth, spleen, pancreas, stomach. Move your hand to the left side. Smile. Spleen, pancreas, yellow light. Openness, fair and trust energy. Smile. Picture the spleen, pancreas, stomach. Earth, when they grow up, it multiply, creating more lungs. Metal power in the lungs. Move your hand to your lung. Enlarge intestine. Metal grow up, creating water. Rub the hand warm, cover the kidney. Smile to the kidney. Breathe into the kidney and the dantian have suction. When you feel the suction in the dantian, in the lower abdominal, and you smile to the kidney, you feel it extracting more energy into the kidney, like suction. It's just like life force go into the kidney. And bladder. water creating wood, liver. Focus in the Dantian fire and suction. It also creating a fueling suction in the liver. Wood grow up, blossoming, bear fruits, and grow more trees. When the tree abundant, it gives birth to the fire, the heart. Fire burning, loving fire, compassion fire. Chi, energy. When the fire burns, give you air, chi, energy. And it turn the ashes, add up more earth, spleen, pancreas, stomach. It's so beautiful when you started to keep on thinking the organ creating each other, take care and raising each other, and when they grow up, they're creating another organ power. And lung, earth creating metal lungs and last intestine. Metal grow up, attract more water. Rub the hand warm. Cover the kidney. Blue, gentle, calm, and peace. And the bladder. We end up in the bladder and experience the bladder can collect a lot of chi. It's the condensing, gathering of all the organ extra energy. Now touch the navel. And find the center point, align to the back, and align from the top down intersection. And that is the space where you can store all this energy. So focus on the center and feel the bladder energy go into that center. It's a space. It's a space. An oil tank to store the oil or the gas. Very important. Focus on that. Different from the lower Dantian fire. There are space, energy can store there. And now you have to accumulate enough energy in the next level, the fire. So all this energy stored here, it becomes sending or the fire coming down up and refinery this energy. Now focus on the lower dantian fire again, creating the suction. Now we're going to be holding a fireball. Gather the energy, holding a fireball in dantian and spin. We're going to spin forward 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're moving the fireball down to perineum and spin right on the perineum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ready? Inhale, contract perineal anus. Draw the fireball up the coccyx, up the door of light. So your mind come up. T11, a urinary gland center opposite the heart. Inhale, inhale up. C7, base of the skull, crown. Stop in the crown, center the crown, and stop. And exhale. Inhale. Center of the brain are breathing and suction. Lower dantian has suction and breathing and suction. Now we rest for a moment. Now we're going to spin the energy down. Spin. Down the palate. Down the tongue. Energy flow down to the throat center, thyroid, parathyroid, down to the thymus gland, down to the heart center, and down, spin, and down to the solar plexus, down to the navel again. Rest for a moment in the center. Inhale. Exhale, feel a chi ball are forming. Exhale down to perineum. So now we're going to go to the second round. Inhale, sucking up. Spin a lot on the coccyx, all the way up. Moving the energy up, a fireball up to the crown. Stop. Hold the breath in the center of the brain. And feel, you hold your breath, but you feel it's suction. Lower dantian suction. Middle of the crown of suction, and breathing, and exhale, tongue up, energy down to the throat center, thyroid, parathyroid, to the heart, little heart, the thymus gland. Thymus gland we call little heart. Down to the heart center, down to the solar plexus, down to the navel, and all the way down to perineum. Contract the perineum anus and up again the second time. So go on yourself. So you, in the beginning, you can use your mind, eye, and your hand held. Inhale, sucking up, eye roll up, look up along the spine, up, eye roll up, look up to the crown. Hold for a moment. Exhale. Tongue, come down to the tongue. So go on yourself for 9 times. Always aware you are suction in the dantian, and you feel a suction on the perineum, and you feel a suction in the crown. That's how the energy is spinning. Because of the suction, draw energy up and spin. down. You stop in the dantian and feel the suction. Inhale. When you feel the suction, just inhale, feel suction in the dantian. You feel orbit go up and orbit going down. Inhale. Suction. A suction draw energy up. And exhale, energy down. So your breath are so much involved with the dantian suction and the cranial suction. That focus in the dantian 5 suction and feel the orbit spinning. Now, we're going to back to the dantian and cool down the fire. Breathing, very relaxed. Release the suction and just breathe. Inhale. Exhale, cool down the abdominal. And we're going to collect energy. Man clockwise 36 times. Woman counterclockwise 36 from small to big. Tired. 36 times. And reverse 24. From big to small, collect, condense, and gathering all the qi in the center of the dantian. And feel nice and warm. And rest. How are we doing, everybody? How many of you started to feel energy started to move inside you? Yeah, very important. In the Tao, they're regarding is the born again process. Why? Because you back to be like a fetus and like to be a child again. Okay? You back into life fetus. You have this orbit since you are a fetus. And when you are a child, the orbit is still spinning. And you go up. When you grow up bigger and bigger, we inherit all kind of problems from the parents, from the family, and back to the school, we inherit a lot of problems, a lot of things, emotional from the school, religious, society. Now, too much. Everything started to stop, and we never aware of it. So that's why this is very important in the Tao practice. Okay. How many of you started to feel your saliva? You can feel a lot more saliva. That is very important. When the saliva increasing, it helps all the gland system more active and secretion more saliva. And when you practice at home every day, your tongue up, and you feel the suction is the key, the suction. The suction here and the suction here. When you feel the suction here, the cranial. The suction activates the cranial. So we got opening the crown, opening the top. And the gland activate, and the secretion a lot of saliva. And you're going to be, every day you do, the saliva change to be very sweet and fragrant. And that part of a hormone secretion from all the gland system. And now we know that more and more glands become dry out, especially pineal gland, calcify a lot. I mean, we don't know what causing it, but people say caused by the choline. The water that we drink, it calcify, blocking the whole pineal gland. Yeah. So you don't work, don't activate. Yeah. So this cranial, when you feel suction here, so you see, all this is the big suction. Inhale. And when you do for a while, you have to do for a while, focus on it, suction, and boom, you feel here, suction. And it suck your mouth, suck the sinuses, and a lot of saliva started to come out, and the tongue vibrating. Now when the tongue connect and vibrate, it make a line connection to the thalamus, hypothalamus, pineal, pituitary. The whole whole line of energy in the tongue. So this vibration, this suction, that gland activate. Yeah, and is put by the saliva. Yeah. Saliva is the biggest gland that we have in the body. Very big, all gland here. Yeah, you feel that it's suction. Yeah, and the gland. Yeah. We're beginning with the chi line, and later on it moves. Sometimes you sit down right in the middle. Sometimes you or go right into the back, like that. Okay. Yeah. So that sometimes go right into the water line. That is okay. Sometimes the energy have intelligence and you know what to do. All you do is make sure the suction happen, because this suction diaphragm will activate this cranial diaphragm. And the cranial diaphragm, when it happens, it's creating a suction. So that's what happened that way. Yeah. Any question? Yes?
So I didn't feel the saliva, and I'm thinking if I could put the tongue directly up or a little line, or if I could stretch it.
You don't worry about that. You have to relax. When you think too much, it stops everything. All you do, focus on the suction, and now boom, you feel suction here. If you relax, Suction. And after that, you feel it. When you feel that suction, you still have to focus here. When you put all attention on here stop, here nothing. Because the whole key, actually, the Tao talks so much about this diaphragm. This diaphragm. Okay? And this diaphragm is the biggest dome. It's the biggest. And this dome is so big. It's one of the very strong and incredible muscle that human have. And it's creating a lot of suction because this is life. Without that, you have no life. And this life is so involved with our life. You know? And so you see, this is a big dome. So you see how big is that suction. This big. Okay. So when you move up, so big, like big suction. And that is the one, this one activated. So when you feel suction, the dome actually, physically, you can feel it's moving, creating suction. Okay? Because when you're creating suction, the lung move. So now when we sit and don't do anything, the breathing is very slow. We have three parts, one lower, middle, upper. And sometimes when we sit, we only use one-tenth of the lung. When you do this, you get up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts because you have a suction here. And you feel that pull up into, because the nerve that's important. Yeah. Okay, we take a break. And we're back, sorry, a little bit. We come back at 2. 2.